Caliper. For better understanding in the video, here are some important terms to remember. The margins provide clearance for the body of the drill. The flutes allow the removal of chips and allow cutting fluid to reach the cutting lips of the bit. The web is the central portion of the body, and the chisel edge is at the very end of the web. Remove burrs, paint, and any other substance by filing the stock you'll be drilling into. Smooth surfaces enable the workpiece to clamp true in the chuck. If you use steel wool and oil, seeing imperfections on your part will be easier. The jaws on the chuck also need to be clean. When clamping the part, you should feel friction on each jaw around the stock if it is centered properly. To lock the stock in place, start with the jaw marked 0 and go around the chuck, tightening each pinion. To create a perpendicular surface to the axis of rotation, face the stock. This ensures the drill bit enters the workpiece squarely. Before drilling with a large drill bit, a starter hole that is slightly larger than the web diameter of the larger drill bit must be drilled first. Find this diameter with the digital caliper. Clean the mating surfaces of the drill chuck and place it in the tailstock. Before tightening the center drill in the drill chuck, make sure you feel friction on each jaw to ensure it is centered properly. Secure the tailstock to the ways and drill a hole deep enough to contain the outer diameter of the starting drill bit. Peck drill the hole to enable chips to be removed and the cutting fluid to properly cool the stock and the center drill. Replace the center drill with the starting drill bit. Ensure it is centered in the chuck and confirm the margins of the bit are contained in the hole made by the center drill. Generally, to drill to the proper depth, begin your measurement just as the margins of the drill bit enter the workpiece. Pick an easily remembered number on the tailstock quill, or zero the tailstock collar in front of the hand wheel and use the micrometer to accurately drill the depth. If the drill bit's taper will not fit into the tailstock, it is necessary to place it in the proper Morse taper adapter. Clean all the mating surfaces thoroughly and then fit the two parts together. Firmly secure them together by tapping the chisel edge with a brass hammer. Tapping with the hammer will help prevent the bit from coming loose if material grabs the bit. Materials like brass and copper can pull the bit from its holder. The cutting lips may need to be dubbed or slightly rounded over when machining grabby materials. Peck drill the larger diameter hole and liberally apply cutting fluid as you drill. In order to get a good chip to form, 2 to 3 thousandths of material should be removed per revolution. If the drill bit begins to chatter, increasing your feed rate and lowering RPM generally works to remove chatter. You will easily feel the larger bit reach the bottom of the starter hole when you have drilled to the proper depth. To remove the drill bit from the Morse taper adapter, place the round side of the drift to the rounded edge of the slot in the adapter. Then take a hammer and tap the drift until the bit breaks free. When drilling larger holes, too small a step between drill sizes will cause the bit to overheat. The general rule of thumb is to drill a starter hole slightly larger than the web, and then drill a hole approximately half the size of the diameter of the final hole. This is not always the case. Depending on the material drilling into and the machine's rigidity and capabilities, smaller steps between drill sizes may be necessary. Here are a couple ways to deburr a large hole. Shift the lathe to neutral and rotate the chuck toward you by hand while using a deburring tool to clean the hole. If a chamfer is desired, set the compound slide to the chosen angle. Quickly move the compound slide back and forth while slowly moving a boring bar toward your stock with the Z-axis hand wheel. Once you see a chip fly, zero your Z-axis and then remove the desired amount of material from your workpiece. Here are some important things to remember. Make sure you use proper feeds and speeds. When in doubt, slow down. Clean mating surfaces to ensure your tools are secure. Always have staff check your setup. An oversized hole may mean you're applying too much force, using a dull tool, or the tool is not seated properly in the adapter, chuck, or tailstock. Always peck drill and use cutting fluid to keep parts and tools from overheating. And don't try to take